Hi everyone. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Miranda, and for those of you who are familiar with me, welcome back to my channel. Today, I felt the Lord encouraging me to come on here to deliver a message to his people, which if you come across this video and this is not your season, I would just put it on the shelf for now. And the Lord will reveal to you when this word does apply to the season that you're in. But for those of you whom this word applies to, you are in a season where it is the wilderness. You are in the wilderness. Wilderness just usually represents transition, transference, even like a deliverance process, a breaking away from some of the old habits and the old hindrances that would not be able to follow you into the land of Canaan. So I feel like this is going to be a very, very short video. What the Lord is really trying to hone in on is make sure that this is only an 11-day journey. The children of Israel ended up traveling round and round for 40 years because of their complaining, their doubts and fears setting in, where they allowed that to override that faith that the Lord basically set things up for them to have. Imagine, he performed so many miracles where anybody who would see that from a distance or from the outside looking in would say their God is truly a God of miracles. Their God is truly a wonder-working God. Their God truly does answer their questions, does answer their prayers. But in the situation with the Israelites, they ended up complaining, they ended up doubting, and they ended up fearing and saying that they would just go back to the old land. All of that complaining and all of that doubting and all of that internal fighting, all it did was cause them to travel around for 40 years, and some of them didn't even make it into the land of Canaan. The Lord is instructing you to make sure that you're not making an 11-day journey become 40 years. Now, for some of you, that could be literal, where it's literally within 11 days, there's going to be something to happen where you end up on the other side of the wilderness. For some of you, it's just figurative. It could be 6 months. It could be a year. I'm not entirely sure. You're going to have to take that back to the Lord and ask him for more revelation on that. With any way that the Lord decides to make the cookie crumble, with every turn, with every decision, with every day, with every moment, consult with the Lord. Whenever you feel weary or dreary or you are dreading something, consult with the Lord. Be as genuine as possible and let the Lord know you're in a position where you want to conduct yourself like how the Israelites did. And the Lord is faithful to bring you out. The Lord is faithful to give you the strength that you need, the endurance that you need, the discipline that you need. The Lord is faithful like that. So in each circumstance, you need the faith, you need to eradicate fear, eradicate doubt, and eradicate complaining. Your words can dictate your surroundings. It dictates your environment. It dictates your world. Life and death are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. You constantly complain, you are there dictating the death of certain circumstances and things that the Lord wants to perform in your life. On the contrary, the devil is working his little stuff around and doing a whole bunch of rubbish. You can prophesy to the opposite effect of that. What do you want to see? What has the Lord told you is supposed to be how your environment looks? That is how you are going to dictate your environment. That is how you are going to align your words with heaven. If you align your words with heaven, it's only a matter of time before you see it come into full manifestation here on earth. If this word applies to you, you are in your wilderness season. And with you being in your wilderness season, the Lord is using this as an opportunity to break off the old habits, break off the old ways, break off the old baggage, the old things that cannot come with you into the land of Canaan. And he's trying to even put on you a sense of freedom. With the children of Israel, when they were going through the wilderness, a lot of the times, even the manna, the Red Sea opening up, the Jordan River just like parting ways, every single time it was just an opportunity for them to rely on the Lord. It literally got to a point where there was nothing else that they could potentially do, nothing else that they could possibly do within their own strength. They had to rely on the Lord. That's where you are in this season. You are in a season where you have nothing else to do but rely on the Lord. But really, what made me even prop up this camera to come on here to speak to you guys right now, don't make this 11-day journey be longer than it has to be. In the Lord's mind, his desire and goal is for this to be only 11 days. Not literally, figuratively. Make it be as effective and short as possible. With that, go hard. Go all the way in. Push. Give our God 11 days. For some of you, that is literal. It means literally 11 days. So with it being literally 11 days, mark your calendar. Say, I shall see the tree bearing much fruit of what the Lord has told me is going to happen within that 11-day time frame. And once that does happen, you give the Lord all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise. You write it down so that the next time the Lord carries you through a wilderness to break off some other stuff that gets on you in your future seasons to come, you remember what he did in the wilderness season right now. You remember the Lord did that for you when you went to the Red Sea and he parted the waters and then used those same waters to defeat your enemies. He can do the same thing to you once you finally get to the Jordan River. He'll do that for you in a season to come where it's another wilderness. All right. So I love you all with the love of Jesus. I will be back on here with another word as soon as the Holy Spirit leads. Bye.